Good morning, Plano Elementary School. I'm thankful to be with you this morning as we get started for our last week of learning during the year of 2020. So let's start off by standing for our pledge and pause. Salute the flag. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. P. Positive attitude in all you do. A. Act responsibly in all situations. W. Work hard towards success. S. Show respect to self and others. Thank you. You can have a seat. All right, today I'm going to start off with a shout out. This is a shout out to Miss Tatum's class. These students in this first grade virtual class have been amazing lately. Not only are they completing their reading and math assignments, but they're doing amazing on their economics unit and social studies, and they have an animal research report. And Miss Tatum is so proud of all of them, so I just want to give them a special shout out this morning. All right, students, so today is our last Monday meeting of this school year. And I thought, you know what, let's talk about what's happened during the year 2020, because this has been a very unique year and a year we faced more hardships unlike any other year in our lifetimes. So, but to do that, I don't just want you all just to hear from me. I want to bring some friends along here. So here's our Plano admin team. So we're happy to thank you all for joining this morning. And we just want to kind of think about, all right, where we've been this year and what are some of our hopes and goals for 2021. So I'm going to start with the easy one. And students, you might already know the answer to this one off the top of your head. But guys, what's something that you all wish you could, or you all are ready to leave behind in 2020? Don't everybody start at once.
Okay, I'll go first. So 2020 has brought a lot of that fear of unknown to me. And as much as I want to say I want to leave COVID behind, I want to leave something behind, I think the thing that I want to leave behind the most is that fear in itself. I finally feel like I have a schedule. I feel like I know what's going to happen if school automatically goes to virtual. Where are my kids going to be? Oh, they have these days somewhere, they have these days somewhere. So I think it's just that fear of not knowing what to do next.
No kidding. It's like we every week brings a new challenge, and we don't know what's coming up. So yeah, there's a lot of unknowns out there that we've had to face with a lot.
I will say I'm ready to leave behind like social distancing and the time that we have to spend away from friends and family. That's been probably the most hard for me. So I'm just ready to give hugs again and high fives and fist bumps and all kinds of things. And hopefully soon we'll be able to leave social distancing and behind and move forward.
All right, you stole mine because that was going to be mine too. I'm ready just to be around people again, not have so many barriers, physical and invisible, for us connecting to others. Yeah, I want to give students fist bumps. I want to hug friends and just be able to spend more time with others.
I agree with everyone. I think the biggest thing I want to leave behind is just these different schedules of school. I want everybody here 5 days a week in person, seeing you, letting us touch you and just hug on you and just be with you all. So I'm ready to get back to regular routine and regular school. That's probably what I'm ready for the most.
Yeah, I agree. It's been challenging doing this hybrid schedule, and we're doing it well, I think. But it doesn't, it's nowhere near as great as when we're here 5 days a week. So there's the song, the holiday song, and Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. I heard that this week, and I'm like, that has more meaning than ever before, that line. So, absolutely. Sorry, so what is something, now since we've had so many challenges this year, we have, had to create new ways to do things, and we've developed new talents, new skills. So I want to know, what's something that you can do now that you couldn't do at the beginning of this year?
I'll start with this one. Since we got to be at home more and be with our families more because we couldn't go places, I've gotten really good at the game Heads Up. So I've learned to play really cool board games with my cool son, Cole, and Anne Marie tries. She's 3, so she just kind of looks at the card and says what it is. But I've gotten really good at board games, so that's been something that's really been beneficial this year with COVID.
We talk about, there are barriers from hanging out with others, but the opposite side of that is we spend a lot more time with our family than we ever have before. So that's cool to hear you guys have something else that you all can bond together with.
I'll piggyback off Davenport. We've learned a lot about crafts, and my 3-year-old daughter is like really into that right now, and Kinley is just loving all kinds of crafts that we're doing. So we've been working on that, and I'm getting very crafty. And then also I've learned a lot of technology tools, with distance learning, things like that. There's a lot of different tools that I hadn't really been able to explore and practice with. And so I've gotten actually pretty good at those. So that's a good positive.
If you would have told me in 2019 that my parents would be getting on Zoom, I would be like, no way. But now we got parents, we got grandparents that are getting on Zoom. So it seems like everybody is more adept with technology now.
All right, so don't laugh at me. I know I'm just in my 30s, but I've gotten really good at making homemade bread. We started that yeast, where you have to feed it so often. Now, once school started, I got a little bit lazy with it, so that hasn't happened as much. But, man, from April to August, we were pushing out that homemade bread. This one like Amish bread, and it has a lot of cinnamon and sugar in it. It was really good. So, yeah, I know I'm in my 30s, and that's it.
Hey, that's cool. You had a lot of free time, so you're developing new talent there. That's pretty cool. I'm sure that'll come in handy during the holidays when you're trying to feed your family. For me, I can do sit-ups now. So like we got more time, so I've been trying to work out a little more, and I just was never really good at working out my core. I can do sit-ups now. My core's so weak, but now I can see marked improvement in some of my core strength. So that's something that I was not able to do at the beginning of this year, but I can now. So now that we've gone through this year and we've gone through some struggles, what's a lesson that this year has taught you that you don't want to forget?
I can go first for this one. A lesson that I've learned this year is just really appreciating those little moments, and just never taking for granted the time that you can get to spend with your family and your friends. Just really appreciate those times because they are really important. So.
Yeah, especially this time of year. Seems like sometimes we get like, oh, it's the holidays, I gotta go visit this family and this family, and it can seem like a have to, but now it seems like a get to. Like when we can get together with family, we're gonna be excited about it and really appreciate some of those traditions.
I'll go off Ms. Shades. It's just appreciating and loving those small moments and slowing down. So it's good to slow down. We're usually really busy in our fast-paced life, so it's nice to slow down and just enjoy that moment and remember that moment. And those are the things that really mean the most.
And
Awesome.
Davenport is right with what I was going to say too. I think just slowing down and being intentional in everything that you do. We've spent a lot of time, as I think it was Ms. Davenport mentioned earlier, of playing those board games, doing family movie nights. We've been taking almost weekly visits to Dairy Queen and getting a Blizzard, or Brewster's and getting ice cream. This Christmas season, going to see the lights at places. And normally we're in such a rush that we want to do those things, but when we're doing those things, we just keep processing what else needs to be done, what else has to be done. And it's just living in those moments now.
Awesome. Yeah, for me, it's been a reminder that a school isn't a building, it's the people in it. Because even when we can't bring students into our building, we can still be a school. We can still make learning happen. There are some students who haven't stepped foot in school at all this year, but they've developed a positive relationship with their teacher. They've gotten to know them, and learning has kept moving forward. And a term that I try to avoid is getting behind. It's easy to say, well, everyone's getting behind this year in their learning. When really, everything we've got this year is a gift. And it's like we have gotten 2 days a week of in-person school. We have we've gotten to connect with our students virtually. And there are things we have made happen that would have been very difficult to happen just a few years ago. So I'm very thankful for our school, but I know our building doesn't define who we are. It's the people inside and our students, our staff, and our families at home too. So that's my lasting lesson from this year. So our habit of the month is begin with the end in mind. So as we turn the page to a new year, 2021, what's something that you all are hopeful for next year?
I can start. So I've just been, very hopeful because just seeing this year, you've seen like people just step up and be so kind to others and just going above and beyond to help others. And people become so innovative too. I think that's, one of the positives of this year is really being creative thinkers and coming up with new ways of doing things. So I'm just hopeful moving forward that, those things will continue and we're just going to continue to grow stronger, in the next coming years.
Thank you.
I agree with Ms. Yates. I'm hopeful that in this coming year that we are all going to, when we get to do the things that we are not allowed as of now, that we will appreciate it and just keep that positive mindset and keep moving forward with anything that we're doing, and know that at one time we were restricted, but now we can do whatever we can do. So how can we most benefit our county, our city, our home, and just be the best leaders that we can be?
And I'm very hopeful for that day that we get to come back to school and I get to give all those hugs. And Miss McKinney will start crying if I start talking about that. But I miss you guys so much. And it's those little bitty things of that fist pump in the hallway that we just want to do so bad. So with that vaccine coming out and a new school year coming in August, I just hope that things will be different and that we can get a little bit of normalcy back into our life. Now, do I think great things have come out of this? Absolutely. There's a lot of things that we've learned. There's a lot of ways that we've grown, but there are just some things that I'm not willing to give up just yet. And those hugs and those fist bumps are one of those.
Without a doubt. For me, I just hope to see our community and our country be united. We have seen so much division over this last year, just arguing about everything. Social media is so toxic, and I hope that for 2021 that we rediscover what connects us, what unites us, what are the things we have in common. And we have all, we can hopefully at one point say in 2021, we've gotten through this pandemic. Now, let's unite in that. Let's say, all right, we got through this terrible thing together, and now we're better for it. But I just hope that we focus on the things that build connections rather than divide for next year. Excuse me. So students, it has been just a pleasure to be with you all during 2020, and I've been very thankful that during the school year we've been able to start our morning meetings together like this. And we'll continue doing that in 2021. But I think it's important that everyone takes some time just to think, all right, where have we been and where are we going? So I encourage you at the dinner table to talk with your family about some of these things. What are some things that you want to leave behind from this year? What's a lesson you've learned? And what do you hope for? What's one of your goals for 2021? So spend some time talking about that with your family. And we hope that everyone has a great week. And then next week, we hope everyone has a great holiday off. Remember, school is officially out after Friday, so you don't have anything else to log on for after this week. And then we will still be, if there are any parents watching, parents will be in communication about what next semester looks like. We expect the governor to come out with some recommendations either today or tomorrow, so we should have a better idea of our timelines after that. But thank you to my friends here who've joined us for this conversation. Thank you all so much. And we're just going to leave it at that. Hope you all have a great rest of your year. Have happy holidays. And make this week count. We'll see you guys.